Bukidnon, located in northern Mindanao, is one of the Philippines' top agricultural provinces. Corn and cayenne pepper farming are major sources of livelihood, but they also contribute significantly to greenhouse gas emissions, particularly nitrous oxide from fertilizer use and carbon dioxide from urea and fuel combustion. This report presents a sustainable approach toward carbon neutrality by integrating organic manure, renewable energy technologies, and responsible soil management practices to reduce emissions and enhance soil carbon sequestration. It aligns with Philippine environmental policies such as the Climate Change Act, RA 9729, and the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act, RA 9003. The food system in Bukidnon focuses on upland crops such as corn and cayenne pepper. Based on IPCC 2019 data, the main emission sources are nitrous oxide from synthetic fertilizers and manure management, carbon dioxide from urea decomposition and diesel or electricity use for irrigation and drying, methane from decomposing organic waste and crop residues. These patterns highlight the importance of better nitrogen management and renewable energy solutions. Sources: IPCC 2019 Refinement, FAO XST Guidelines, Philippine Statistics Authority 2023. To move toward carbon neutrality, the proposed plan integrates both soil and energy strategies. 1. Nutrient management, reducing synthetic nitrogen fertilizer and substituting with chicken manure approximately 2.4% N, improving soil health and microbial activity. 2. Soil carbon sequestration, avoiding burning of residues and introducing cover crops to boost soil organic carbon. 3. Energy innovations, implementing solar-powered irrigation and solar dryers to displace fossil fuels, as promoted by the Department of Agriculture's Solar-Powered Irrigation System SPIS. For the business-as-usual scenario, the calculation assumes the use of 200 kilograms per hectare of urea, 4600, and 200 kilograms per hectare of 15-15-15 fertilizer. Computation: total N applied equals 120 kilograms, N per hectare, direct N2O, 120 times 0.01 times 44 divided by 28 times. 265 equals 0.500 tons of CO2e per hectare, indirect N2O, 0.120 times 0.11 times 0.01 plus 0.120 times 0.24 times 0.011 times 44 over 28 times 265, 0.187 tons of CO2e per hectare, CO2 from urea, 0.200 times 0.20 times 44 divided by 12 equals 0.147 tons of CO2 per hectare, total BAU emission, 0.833 tons of CO2e per hectare per season, or 1.67 tons of CO2e per hectare annually, 2 crops. In the improved scenario, urea is reduced to 100 kilograms per hectare, and 1,000 kilograms per hectare of chicken manure, 2.42% N, is added. Computation: total N applied equals 74 kilograms, synthetic plus 24.2 kilograms, organic equals 98.2 kilograms, N per hectare, direct, N2O, 0.098, 2 times 0.01 times 44 over 28, times 265 equals 0.410 tons of CO2e per hectare, indirect N2O, 0.074 times 0.11 times 0.01, plus 0.0242 times 0.21 times 0.01, plus 0.0982 times 0.24 times 0.011, times 44 over 28 times 265 equals 0.162 tons of CO2 per hectare. CO2 from urea, 0.100 times 0.20 times 44 divided by 12 equals 0.073 tons of CO2 per hectare. Total project emission, 0.645 tons of CO2e per hectare per season, or 1.29 tons of CO2e per hectare annually. Reduction: 1.67 minus 1.29 equals 0.38 TCO2e/HA/. Transitioning from diesel-powered equipment to solar dryers and irrigation systems further reduces emissions. Avoiding 150 liters of diesel saves about 0.40 tons of CO2 per hectare per year, EIA 2023. Adding cover crops and compost boosts soil organic carbon by 0.5 tons of carbon per hectare per year, equivalent to 1.83 tons of carbon dioxide per hectare per year. Computation, SOC gain equals open parenthesis 0.5 times 44 divided by 12, close parenthesis equals 1.83 TCO 2E per hectare per year. Under voluntary carbon market standards, 1 carbon credit equals 1 ton of CO2 reduced or removed. Based on calculations, a hectare of Bukidnon farmland can earn approximately 2.6 carbon credits annually, equivalent to offsetting 2.6 tons of CO2. If verified through the Thailand Voluntary Emission Reduction (TVR) or Gold Standard System, this can provide additional income of 1,500 to 2,000 pesos per credit, depending on market rates. The project delivers multiple benefits. GHG reduction, about 22% fewer emissions per hectare. Soil improvement, higher organic matter improves yield stability. Energy resilience, reduce diesel dependency through solar technologies. Economic benefit, farmers can access carbon markets for extra income. This initiative aligns with the Philippine Nationally Determined Contribution (NDC) goals for 2030 and the Department of Agriculture's Climate Smart Agriculture Framework. Sources: Philippine NDC, 2021, DA Climate Resilient Agriculture Program, 2023. This study shows that carbon neutrality is achievable for smallholder farms in Bukidnon through practical innovations, reducing synthetic fertilizers, integrating organic manure, and transitioning to renewable energy. The next steps are to conduct soil testing for SOC monitoring, collect detailed activity data, and partner with cooperatives for third-party carbon credit verification. In the long run, this model can be replicated across Northern Mindanao to strengthen food security while contributing to the global net zero target. IPCC, 2019. 2019 refinement to the 2006 IPCC Guidelines for National Greenhouse Gas Inventories, Volume 4, Agriculture, Forestry, and Other Land Use. Retrieved from https://www.ipccnggip.org FAO, 2020. Ex-ante Carbon Balance Tool, EX-ACHT. Guidelines for Agricultural Emission Assessment, Rome, Italy. Department of Agriculture Bureau of Agricultural Research, DA-BAR, 2021. Solar-powered irrigation systems in the Philippines. U.S. Energy Information Administration EIA, 2023. Carbon dioxide emissions coefficients by fuel. Retrieved from https www.eia.gov, Lawfil. 2009, Republic Act No. 9, 1729, Climate Change Act of 2009. Retrieved from https lawfil.net, Porwalek, v. et al. 2021, Global Carbon Footprint of Crop Production, Biogeosciences, 18.5, 1755 to 1773. https ars.dy.org 10.5194/BG-18-1755-2021. Thailand Greenhouse Gas Management Organization TGO, 2023. Voluntary Carbon Market and TVER Standards. Retrieved from https://tgo.or.th/